This is a really good book, and there's some fantastic stories in here, from climbing snow-capped mountains to trains disappearing off into dark and stormy nights. But there's lots of other really good stories out there, and sometimes it can be really hard to find something that you just love reading or really enjoy. So I've made a list of some of my favourite books that I've enjoyed over the past few years, whether it be a talking book or whether it be a book I've read, and I've put them in the description of this video that you can check out. But in this video I want to talk about a few which stand out, or a few just to spark your interest and give you an idea of what the rest are like. Hi, welcome to the channel if you're new. I've got two goals for this video. The first one is to be longer than 2 minutes in length, and the second one is to say all the words and names in these next books correctly. I'm going to try my best, but I'm sure there's going to be a couple which I miss, so bear with me. Alright, so the first book I've got is from J.K. Chesterton, and it's The Man Who Knew Too Much. This follows the character of Fisher, who over the course of 8 different adventures discovers who the true killer, murderer and criminals are through different and surprising clues. It's similar in style to Father Brown and the Sherlock Holmes series, but is much shorter in length with fewer characters, but staying with the complexity to keep it interesting and engaging. A Journey of the Plagued Year by Defoe. This book is fiction pretending to be fact, based on the account of what someone's experience would be of the 1665 plague. I know that might not sound all that interesting, but this book is written in such a way that it makes it feel like you're reading about a real person that was actually there at this event. What makes it quite exciting is this book was written in 1722, which was only 65 years after the plague happened. So for an old book, I think it's aged very well, and I really enjoyed listening to it. The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. This follows the story of D'Artagnan and his 3 friends, which are musketeers, as they travel around Paris and abroad, with many duels and fights in between. Yes, this is a long story, with the first book being just under 10 hours alone, but having read through all 3 in this series, it was a pretty good one, and it's a classic, so what can I say? Next on my list is one from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, The White Companion. This follows the story of someone based in the 100-Year War called Arlene Anderson. This is one of those classic stories with a happily ending after, but there's many adventures and sword fights in between, so it's a good one in my books, and I did enjoy this one. Roughing It by Mark Twain. This semi-autobiographical is written about Mark Twain's adventures through the Pacific and West America. It's an enjoyable and humorous account of travelling through America when it was just being settled, and it's a great read and a good listen. And the last one on my list today is from Robert Louis Stevenson, called Kidnapped. This story is based in Scotland and follows the story of Dave, who, as the name suggests, is kidnapped. This story follows his adventures trying to make his way back home through pirates, through running away from being outlawed, and almost being sick to death. It's a great story, and again, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So those are some outlines of some books that I have enjoyed from a few different authors. Again, if you want to see some different authors and some other books from each of these authors down below, I'll have a list that you can see and go through. So there's some books that I've really enjoyed. Now, a lot of these books I've listened to, and it can be hard to try and find some of these books, but because they're all classics, they're in the public domain, which means there's some great websites like LibriVox or others which are around, which are free to use, which means you can get them. So all of these particular talking books I managed to listen to on LibriVox.com, which again will be linked down below. You can check out. Most of these stories you can get listening for free on YouTube, or listen to podcasts. I think Spotify has recently just started doing podcasts, but there's a ton of places to find these books. Again, this is only just a sample of a few books. There's many other great ones out here, but I hope this can spark your curiosity and you can find something you really enjoy. Thanks for watching it through to this end. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. See ya.